What up guys, One Fit Bruja here, and today I am finally back with some spell work. It seems like those are like the most popular videos that you guys like on my channel is mainly spell work. So tonight is the new super moon in Capricorn, and I am going to use its energy for something a little bit different than what you guys are used to. Maybe some of you guys, I don't know, some of you guys may be used to it. But I like to perform baneful magic on new moons because baneful magic is also you trying to get rid of some negative energy that someone is sending you, or a negative person. You can get rid of them entirely. So I am actually trying to get rid of somebody and basically destroy their world, sour their life, sour their mind. So as many times as I said sour, you guys should probably already know I'm going to be making a sour jar. And a sour jar, for those of you who don't know, is basically like a hex, a mild to a harsh hex. It depends how extreme you would want to go with it. But if you're gonna take time to hex somebody, you may as well fuck it up. Like, do it right, fuck their world up. Because that is the point. You don't wanna fuck around, you're done with their bullshit. We are gonna hex somebody tonight, and I'm gonna call forth the energy of this new moon. I'm gonna call forth Bastet because I work with Bastet and she's very good for protecting and, you know, baneful magic. Egyptian deities go both ways. They do not do all good. No god or goddess should really do all good. A god or goddess, they do whatever they see fit. And that's kind of how you should practice your magic. That's just my opinion. I am not a Wiccan. I am basically a gray witch, if you want to put a title on it. I practice both. Only when I see fit though. I don't care to do one or the other to an extreme, even though I really love practicing baneful magic. Like, I get excited to do this shit. Like, oh my God, you guys don't even know. I have so much pent up rage in me that when I have a time where I can actually do this shit, where I see it's justified and I can actually fucking do it, you guys have no idea like how fucking excited I get for this shit. Like, it's like a crazy local fucking level, dude. Like, you don't even know. So if you're anything like me and you would like to see how I do my own Sour Jar Hex, and then stick around and I might be able to show you some things that you should be doing differently. All right, so before I talk too fucking long, let's get into the video. The items that you guys are going to need are black magic incense or an opium, or you can use any other incense that will enhance this working to put you in that mindset to hex or curse somebody. You'll need 9 rusted nails, used coffee grounds, cayenne pepper, 9 cloves, a big ass jar, photo, birth date of the person that you are hexing, a black candle that's engraved with their name and date, some black mustard seeds, hopfoot powder, return to sender oil or any sort of hexing oil that you guys have on hand, patchouli oil, hot ass chili pepper, and an onion, and some vinegar. There's also one more secret ingredient, but I will save that towards the end of the video. First off, this is one of those workings where you have to lower your vibration and get into an angry mind state. So be prepared for that. Think of all the things that this person has done to you or to a friend or whoever the heck it is happening to lower that vibration and pent up that anger and bring it forth and unleash that shit into this working. So this working is in 9s. 9 symbolizes the end of the line, like you've ran out of ways to, you know, get out of what you've done, and now it's finally going to come back. It's the end of the road, and that's what it symbolizes, so that's what I'm going to be using it for here. So take that photo, put the person's name and birth date 9 times, and then overlay 9 times what you want to happen to this person on top of their name and their birth date. Next up, we are going to prepare the onion. I am counting the layers on the onion here because I'm going to carve out the pit within the 9 layers of the onion, and I'm going to place some materials and then that person's photo right into the middle of that pit. Each layer in the onion is kind of like a representative of a tree. When you see the years and layers going through the tree when you cut it down, this is the same thing. It's the same symbolism. So I am using years here for this onion. There is 9 layers, which means 9 years of some fucked up bullshit that's gonna happen to this person. I lucked out and this onion had a rotten layer even. Fancy that. So, as I was saying earlier, we're going to fill the inside of the onion with some things. So I'm going to put some hot foot powder in there. Symbolism for hot foot powder is to make this person very uncomfortable in their surroundings, to make them feel like they need to get the fuck out of there, leave, and never return. So I'm going to put that in there first, and then I'm going to put their photo on top. Next up, I'm going to fold this photo until it's really tiny and it fits into the pit perfectly. You can also count in 9s to fold the person's photo, and I'm going to place that in there. Make sure when you're folding the photo that you do it away from you, because you're trying to drive this person out of your life, or whoever's life you're trying to, help get rid of this person for. Next, I'm going to add some black mustard seeds. So black mustard seeds can create anxiety and chaos and a hectic mindset. So that's exactly what I want to do. Especially if I can get this person's mind to break down, I'm pretty sure that everything else would be 100% success. Next up, drown this motherfucker in some return to sender oil. If you guys have watched my last video, you know my return to sender oil has a kick domination aspect to it. It's not like most other people's reversal oil. I'm not just going to return some shit back to you without giving you a good kick in the pants. And then you're going to go ahead and seal this onion up and put those 9 rusted nails in there. This is a really good time to think about those things that you wrote down on this person's photo. As I was saying earlier, I overlaid 9 shitty fucking things that I wanted to happen to this person. So think about those 9 shitty things again as you're inserting each nail. Really meditate on this, think about it, channel that anger into it and hate as you drive those nails through this onion to seal this person's fate. The whole purpose of the rusted nails and entrapping someone within an object is to really trap them, literally, inside their own turmoil, inside their own poor decisions in life, to make sure that it really kicks their fucking ass by the time this energy gets back to them. You want them to feel trapped. That is the whole key purpose here. And just to let you guys know, you can use a lemon or a lime for this. Like I said, it's a sour jar. So anything that's sour or spicy or just really strong in general can ward this person off, banish them, get rid of them, get rid of that energy. So just think of any sort of fruits or vegetables that are just pungent and kind of repulsive. If you have too much of that flavor or smell, it's just overpowering, those are very good for banishing, hexing, cursing, etc. And now I'm going to go in with the 9 cloves, and it's the same concept as when I was using the rusted nails to seal that onion shut. Just name off the things you want to happen to this person, because you need to think about it. You need to think about the shit that they've done to you or someone else or whoever you're doing the working for. If it's just you, then think about that shit. Really bring it up, stew on it, and concentrate that anger into this working. This is the point, is to contain and trap this person in this working. And then you're going to flood this thing with chilies. So I put one giant chili pepper in there. It was a dehydrated chili pepper. And I also have cayenne pepper that I'm going to use. If you guys don't have either of these, but you have like a bottle of hot sauce, that will work just fine. So go ahead and rip that out and substitute it for that. Even though I have added some of these ingredients into the onion, I'm going to top it off with a lot more because I want this person's like entire world to be flooded with disgusting, nasty, fucked up shit. So here I'm going to add used coffee grounds to cause anxiety, panic attacks, and have a nervous wreck mind state. And here is that secret ingredient you guys have been waiting for, which is cat shit. Oh yes. You can add many foul things to these sour jars, guys. And cat shit is one of the most foul things you can add to one of these jars. I mean, you talk shit, you get hit, so your whole world's gonna be filled with shit now. And now I'm going to fill this jar with vinegar until the ingredients are fully submerged. Don't think you guys have to completely fill it to the brim. I know a lot of practitioners do, but the whole point is to completely cover the ingredients that are within the jar so you can't see them like poking through the surface, because you literally want it to drown this person. Just imagine them actually drowning in this jar. And now I'm going to place some more hatred and more despisery into this jar. And I'm going to chant the incantation. Energy filled with hate, what name has sent out now, sealed his or her fate. As above, so below. You can repeat this however many times you need to, and just channel that anger and hate and intention into this jar, and imagine all the shitty fucking shit you want to happen to this person. The anointing process for the candle was pretty easy. I just used patchouli and then lit that shit up. Patchouli can ward off hexes and curses, or you can hex and curse with patchouli. You know, a lot of things that you use for hexes and curses or any sort of baneful magic can actually protect you or do the complete opposite. It's the same thing with the onion. It can protect you or do the complete opposite. Very versatile, guys. And then once I lit the candle and put it on top of the jar, I chanted the incantation as many times as I felt like I needed to. And then your working should look something like this by the time you are done. Look how fucking disgusting that looks. Which is perfect because this person's personality looks just like this. This sour jar may not look completely, the same as someone else's, but then again, each practitioner has their own unique things that they're going to do with their hexes, curses, jars, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Each practitioner, their practice is unique. Their eclectic beliefs could be unique, or the way that it was passed down to them is going to be unique. So my sour jar doesn't have any like lemons or limes in them. I use an onion, I use vinegar. That's sour to me. You can use hot sauce in it. That's sour. That has vinegar in it too. And that's also going to set their world aflame. I used cat shit. That one unique ingredient that I was like, that might be kind of, off for some of you guys. But you talk shit, you get hit. So now your world is filled with shit. So that's what exactly is going to happen to this person. Their whole world is going to be complete fucking shit. Now, unlike what I've just did in this video, I'm going to recommend the onion that you pick, try fitting it through the opening of your jar before you do this. Mine did not work out entirely the way I planned, but I worked a 9, so I cut the onion into 9 quadrants to represent the layers that I wanted to keep within the onion. This onion actually had one layer that was rotten as fuck. So I symbolize this as each year is going to have another layer of demise that's going to add up. That's how I built this spell. That's how I structured it when I had the onion in mind. Because there's like layers of deceit, layers of turmoil, layers of bad luck, layers of bad health problems. Whatever the 9 layers represent to you, you put forth that intention into each layer. Each layer could represent years, months, days. That's up to you to how severe. I chose years because depending on what happens within that year, that can make your year like the best year or the shittiest fucking year you could have, depending on what's going down and how long it takes to reverse those effects. I did it that way. I put it in layers. Even though I cut it up into 9 quadrants, I sealed that fate when I used the rusted nails. So that's entrapped already. My intention was already entrapped before I cut it up in quadrants. And you can still do the same thing even if you cut up the onion like I did. Sometimes it does not work out in your favor, so be versatile. Try not to break your concentration. I know it's hard when sometimes things didn't pan out the way that you were thinking, but it'll still work just as effectively. As long as the intent is there is what matters at the end of the day. You guys can make these jars any way that you see fit, really. You can use motor oil, some sort of castor oil, mineral oil. You can even fill it up with like some really shitty, like low-grade alcohol and just drown them in that. Because even that would have a bad health effect at the end of the day. Just think of something that's vile to place them in. That would keep them entrapped and, you know, just trapped in their own shit, in their own bullshit. Any hexing oils or cursing oils or any sort of other oils that would cause some sort of destruction, war water would be good. You can even pee or spit in the jar. That's up to you. That's a whole different realm of domination right there. It just, like I said, it depends on how severe you want to attack this person, basically. So after, this is the part you're all waiting for, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that after I'm done? I don't do crazy fancy shit of, you need to go bury this in the graveyard. That's insane. Like, some workings, like, I don't know how extreme you would have to make your working to bury it in there. I view anybody that I hex or curse as trash and beneath me. So that's where I put them. I put them in the fucking trash. If you are trying to keep the energy off of you and away from you, put them in a black box. Bind it, wrap it up, tie it tight. And that will contain the energy. So then it's not going all through your place, and at least as much as it possibly can before you can dispose of it. One of these things you should probably do outside of your home, but I live in Seattle and the whole fucking ground is frozen right now. I live in a frozen tundra that matches my heart. So this is a very fitting day for me to do this sort of spell work because I am a Capricorn. And we have a new supermoon in Capricorn that just happened to be on a day that just froze everything solid. Going to entrap this person in their turmoil. Thanks for the weather. Thanks for the new moon timing. They're fucked. The end resolve is this person is going to get everything that they dished out onto someone else that I know, and they're going to get it back to them. They're going to have even worse luck. You know, everyone's going to hate them. You're never going to find true love. This person's fucked, really. They really are. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to comment below or email me at onefitbruja@outlook.com, and I will try to answer your questions there as well. I hope this helps some of you guys out, gives you some ideas, and until next time, I will see all you lovely little brujitas later.